Hi, friends. Hey, you can't see it, but I have my slippers on. When we go back to school, I think I'm going to bring slippers to school. It feels pretty great. So, I wanted to check in with you today about writing and kind of evaluate where we are with the writing project we started BC, that's before coronavirus, and see where you could go next. So, some of you have received your writing materials. If you haven't, no worries. The first piece that you wrote was called "An All About the Causes of the American Revolution." Do you remember that? So you maybe already finished it. You might be in the middle of it. And I think there's a student who missed the week before and hasn't started that. So you might consider finishing that piece first. And you can type it on Google Docs and you can share it with me, and that would be great. But you don't have to. You could just keep it as a draft in your notebook and try to keep it easy on people. This is tough times. It doesn't need to be any harder because of a writing project. We can always type it later. So the next piece that you're supposed to write would be the one about a specific incident in a cause leading up to the American Revolution. Do you remember? It was a long time ago. You started taking notes, and you either had notes in the blue notebook or the black and white notebook, or you were doing post its. And I tried to collect them all up and send them to you. But no worries. What if you don't have those things? Well, you could always do some research online now and learn about the event. In any case, you did some thinking about what the structure might be for that piece. So maybe you were going to tell it chronologically. Maybe you were going to have boxes with three bullets. Well, let me do it again. Where's the camera? Okay, a box with three bullets. Maybe you're going to tell it cause and effect or problem solution. And I know that you did that work already and you did some writing about that somewhere, but let's say you forgot completely about it. So you can think about it again. You can think about it now. How would you like to tell that? Many of you had chosen the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere as the event you wanted to focus on. So you could try today to remember everything you learned about that and try to find your notes and try to find that structure that you were thinking about. If you find them, awesome. That might be all you need to do today. Another thing you could do that'd be really cool is to tell everything you know about that topic to someone. It can be a stuffy, it doesn't have to be a real live person. It could be your dog, it could be your bunny, it could be an older sibling. Find one that will be kind to you when they listen. Um, Any case, tell what you know, because it really helps to rehearse your writing before you write it. Remember, this is a teaching piece, so tell it with authority, like you're teaching somebody about this event. And think about how you might introduce what you're going to teach about, and then the three main topics you want to teach. And then there's that conclusion part where you want to tell what you taught about, and then so what? Like, why does it matter? This is important because this makes me realize something I've noticed or discovered about this topic. And that would be awesome. Again, you can keep that as a written piece or you can type it. If you type it in docs, you can share it with me, but if you don't, it's okay. You can always type it later. The next piece is next week, and you're going to choose a topic that happened during the war. So these have all been causes so far. So I will post the choices and you can consider them for the next few days, and then you're going to research about them. And sadly, I am not allowed to send you the articles that I had planned, nor am I allowed to send you the books anymore. So we have to be safe. So you will have to take responsibility for the researching. Miss Patty will help us, and I'll figure it out with her by next Monday. We'll have some supports for you to read about a topic that you choose. There's Yorktown, Saratoga. I'm trying to think what the others, crossing the Delaware, and I think it might be the Declaration. I'm not remembering. I didn't bring the papers down here with me today, but I'll post those for you. You can think about them. So then that some kids are like super into this schooling at home and they've done a lot of work, and some kids are just getting started, and it's okay. However, if you're super into it and you want to get ahead, then I have another recommendation for you. Remember the biographies that we read? Remember that person that you got to know quite a bit about, George Washington, Betsy Ross, oh, I don't know, John Hancock, whoever you read about? You could, if you want to do more, And I know some of you are like that. You could write a paper about that person. And you could consider your structure. How do you want to tell it? Do you want to tell it chronologically? Do you want to tell it boxes and bullets? Cause and effect? So, what would you choose for a structure? And then write, 5 paragraphs about the person. Certainly okay to do some more research before you write it. Um, Take all you know about reading nonfiction and taking notes from nonfiction and put that together for an extra piece that you could add to your American Revolutionary nonfiction book, which will compile till it's this grand piece that has lots of different chapters in it. And that could be another chapter for kids who want to. Do you have to do a biography? No. Tell your parents I said, no, you don't have to do extra, but there are a lot of kids who want to do more, and that's fine. That's something you can do. And another day, I'll talk to you about the new project and the new research. But for now, just take a minute to catch up, figure out where you are. Are you writing all about the causes of the American Revolution? Great. Are you ready to write your piece about Paul Revere's ride, or I know Carrie, you were doing the British Army, and so write that piece. And if you do both of those things, you are like really caught up and doing great. And there's always the journal. Remember to write in that. People are really going to want to read it. I miss you. Bye.